All right, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to show you how to convert percentages to fractions. So there's going to be three different percents that I want us to take a look at. The first one we have here is 12%. So we're going to be dealing with percentages that are less than 100. We're also going to be converting percentages that are more than 100%. And then we're also going to be converting percentages that have decimals in them. So let's take a look at this 12% first. Anytime you're converting percentages that don't have any decimals in them, we can always put them out of 100. Think about when you take a test or a quiz, if we're dealing with percentages, you want to get 100%. So I'm going to take this 12 and put that over 100. Now, when I look at this, it can be reduced. So I'm thinking of what's the greatest common factor that can go into 12 and 100. I know a lot of you would probably say 2. However, there is a larger number that can go into 12 and 100, and that number would be 4. So I'm going to divide the numerator and denominator by 4. 4 can go into 12 3 times. And 4 can go into 125 times. Think about 4 quarters, which are 25 cents, make $1. So for 12%, converted as a fraction, that would be 3/25. Now let's take a percentage that is more than 100%. Now you might be saying, well, how on earth can we have percentages that are more than 100? Well, again, going back to tests or quizzes or things like that, think of a time where you got all the answers correct and then you turn around and got extra credit on top of it. So kind of think of it that way. So I'm still going to take that 130, since there's no decimal in it, and put that over 100. Now I do notice that this is an improper fraction. So I'm going to see how many times 100 can go into 130. It can go in one time with 30 left over, and we still want to use our denominator, which is 100. Now looking at this fraction part right here, the 30 over 100, that could be simplified as well. So I'm going to still keep my whole number as 1. I know that 10 can go into 30 and 100, 10 can go into 33 times, and 10 can go into 100 10 times. So 130% as a fraction would be 1 and 3 tenths. Now, the trickiest type of percentages that we're going to have to convert are the ones that do involve a decimal, like it does here. Now, unfortunately, we can't put this over 100. We're going to need to either convert it to a decimal first, or we can put it over 1,000 since we're having to move the decimal. So in this particular case, this 2.5%, if I were to convert that to a decimal, I need to move the decimal point to the left 2 times. So 1, 2. I'm going to use a replacement 0 or a placeholder, and we end up with 25 thousandths. So I'm going to write that exactly as it sounds. 25, and that's in the thousandths place. So we have 25 over 1,000. Now all I have to do is simplify this. I'm thinking of what number can go into 25 and 1,000. The biggest number is definitely going to be 25. 25 can go into 25 once, and 25 can go into 1,000 40 times. If you didn't think of 25 at first, you could have used 5 and you would have just kept reducing until you got to 1/40. So when we have our decimal here in our percentage, we're going to want to convert it to a decimal and then to a fraction, okay? Or simply put it, in this particular case, over 1,000. So we're going to write 1/40 as our answer there. So that's how you convert percentages to fractions.